I must confess I'm very nervous. I usually am when I begin a course, because the place I come from is not just my personality. It's a place very deep inside of me, a place where you will reach as well, if you have not already. Some of you have. And so it makes me a bit vulnerable, but also because I'm so very excited. It's a very special group. So I'm very excited about the group of people from so many different countries and so many walks of life, that you're joining us in this purpose of creating a better world. And I really mean creating. And as you know, that better world parts from a better you. It comes from the person. We know enough by now that doing alone, that money alone, that technique alone, systems do not work on their own. It needs something else, and it needs you. And what does it need from you? It needs your presence, it needs your soul, it needs your spirit, it needs your love. Do you know what love is? Have you felt loved so unconditionally? Maybe you've had a good mom and a good dad. Most of us have not been able to, because they have had very difficult circumstances themselves. Maybe you too haven't loved, which is what I realized, that I had not loved for a very, very long time. I've been married, had lovers, but there was always something missing, something in me missing. There was a wholeness, there was a conditionality. And we associate love with doing, and there's always a because. I love you because you're beautiful. Maybe physically beautiful, maybe your soul is beautiful, maybe because you're a kind person, you're a beautiful person. Maybe for all of those things. Maybe because I'm projecting so many things onto you in a moment of need, and I find you beautiful. And so I love you. But I hadn't, until I came in touch with a teaching that transformed me. And that is the teaching that is the basis of this school. It is the I Am teaching. In Chicago, Illinois, I became an intern. I lived there, and I began applying that every moment of my life, and it transformed me. And I began to feel this incredible wealth of energy, of ecstasy inside of me, pouring down on me, but it wasn't beyond me. It was me. It was my very core. And it took me a long time to fall in love with myself. I can't tell you that I am quite sure that I do right now, because my personality comes in. But that love is so incredibly powerful when you feel loved by that grace, by that spirit. And when we speak of love and heart here, it is not the airy-fairy New Age stuff, please. I am not referring to fluffy love. I'm referring to intelligence. Because real love is intelligence. Some of you have had breakthroughs in your life, in whatever field you're in. It doesn't have to be a religious experience, where it is so total that it is devastating. It's like a death, but it's ecstatic. And it doesn't belong to anyone. No one is doing it. No one can do it to you. It happens because you are love. And if you are love, that love can meet you. The love in another meets you on an equal basis. And this is the only way that love can happen. Otherwise, we're doing things. we're performing, we're earning points to be loved, we're making ourselves useful or essential so that the other will not leave us. Because there's so many things inside of our personalities that make us dependent, that makes us salesmen, and we sell ourselves constantly. So this teaching is based on that one premise. I am that I am. I am here, that which I am, inside, up there, beyond, where I've always been, what I have always been. And that which I am is God. It's the absolute, infinite beingness inside of me and inside of you. It's not a bearded daddy in the sky or the Mother Earth. It is your essence. And when we reach that place, which is why this school exists, we know, capital K. Everything is revealed. I mean everything, literally. Because there are dimensions and levels of existence and of knowledge. And all of that unfolds simply because I am. I am in you. And that I am is empty. It is not filled with information, with training, with importance, with social standing, with money, with beauty. It is sheer emptiness, and that emptiness contains everything. And once you have the courage to be that, to welcome that in you, you create an opening for all kinds of things, let's call them, to start happening that will transform you. And this is what is happening here. This is what will happen here. And the only way we can build that better world that we're yearning for, each on our different paths and walks of life, is if we meet in that place. And then we know, and then the answers will come. All these answers that people brainstorm, big corporations brainstorming about how to change the world, about ecology, about this, about, all kinds of important things. They're not getting anywhere, it's just more of the same. Because they're in the way. They're there. I don't mean you're going to become a blank robot. On the contrary, you need to be an individual in your individuality and authenticity, devoid of the egoism. The ego devoid of the egoism. It's a phrase you'll hear a lot. So, when we meet in that place, we begin to know ideas pour through us, openings are created. And we invite you to come inside our hearts, inside our spirit, inside our soul. And in that, meet you and let you see us. And we are able to see you.